What's up guys, my name is Dean, aka the Blue Crusader, and welcome back to the channel. So what we're going to be doing today is we're back in Minecraft. As you can see, everything's pretty beautiful around us. We've got shaders and textures on. We're going to be building a secret base in Minecraft. I'm going to be showing you how to do this, and this is basically how I've done it on servers in the past. We basically had a server where we were on a modded server on TechIt, and we built a secret base, but what we did is we actually concealed it in the mountain so no players could find it. Now, we only had one player find it eventually because they used an X-ray mod, but this is going to basically foolproof your whole base to actually make it hidden from like 99% of the Minecraft players. So basically all you do is you kind of have to find a flat surface. In our case we have a mountain here, and you want to find one that kind of has a flat face to it and a little bit of height to it. So it has to be quite wide as well. It kind of has to have at least a few blocks width so you can make the actual entrance, and it's actually pretty simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and we're going to build it quite high for an example, and you want to try and conceal it where the dirt is. So you can put it in the middle. So as you can see, we have stone here, so we're going to remove all this stone, and you want to kind of find the general middle, and we'll make the middle here, and you just want to kind of hollow out a few blocks. So we're going to make it even. We'll do maybe like 4 blocks each way, and hopefully we should be able to do that. So as you can see, we've got an even width to it, and we're just going to make it go about 4 blocks forwards as well. Now obviously if you have world edit on a server, you can easily just destroy the blocks and just hollow out the middle really quickly just by using commands or using the world edit wand. But for us, we're in creative mode, so we're just going to do this manually. Obviously most of these bases that you're going to build is actually going to be on a survival server as well, so you're going to have to hollow out all of this manually. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to go 1 block upwards just so we have a 3 block height, because a 2 block height is not what we need. And while we're doing this, we'll just finish this off so everything is all even. We can just fill in this block which we've patched up. Now you shouldn't destroy any of the smooth stone because you're going to have to physically mine it, because it'll be physically too hard to destroy in survival mode. But now we have a hollowed out dirt thing here. Now from the outside it's pretty easy to see in, but if we patch up these 2 blocks for an example, you'd never know there's actually a base inside. So we'll just break these 2 blocks again, and now what we want to do is we want to start setting up a piston system. This is going to be pretty easy. You just want to get 2 sticky pistons and place them on top of each other, and then you want to place some dirt blocks here. Now the best idea to do this is actually make it so the dirt blocks are actually still at the front. So what we could do is we could actually put the sticky pistons at the front, but then what we're going to have to do is we're actually going to have to cover them. So destroy another block here and put these here, and then put the dirt here, and we want to cover the dirt in 1 layer in front, and we need to kind of make it even with the mountain, just so it kind of looks like it's all camouflaged, and you want to kind of retain the shape of how the natural mountains formed, otherwise people are not going to be fooled that this is actually camouflaged. So you'll actually need a little bit of dirt to do this, and a little bit of dirt to fill it in. Now a problem with this as well is if you do it too much, you can kind of open it up and make it look unnatural, for example. But there we go, there's kind of a hole in there, but I'll show you how to fully camouflage it after. And then what we need to do is make a lever and a redstone system to make it work. So what we want to do is we just want to get a lever. You can obviously do other ways to do this. So for an example, if we just get a button, we can camouflage a button. We can use a stone button, which doesn't really camouflage so much, but we can use a stone button as well. Now I'm going to show you a lever because it's the most simple, but if you use 1 lever, it only works with 1 piston. You're going to have to literally use 2 levers to actually make both of them work together. We're going to put torches in here just to kind of illuminate a bit of light, just so we kind of have a little bit of space to toy around with, and we're going to destroy these levers, and then we can try again. So what we need now is we actually need a little bit of redstone, so we're just going to get the normal redstone, and we need to do it so that the redstone leads into both blocks. So you want to destroy both these blocks, lead this way. Now this is going to be a messy alternative because I'm not actually that great with redstone, but I'm going to show you how I do it. If you're better with redstone, maybe you'll be able to do it a little bit better than me. And then we can just lead that in there, and then hopefully it'll shut them both if we lead it like that. Now this doesn't really matter, this area, you can kind of quarter this off, because this area is just kind of like the control mechanism. So as long as the lever is actually able to be pressed, it doesn't really matter where it is. As you can see, if you place it there, it doesn't work. It has to be placed in the specific place where both of them connect. Now, like I said here, this block can be covered, but you can cover it with smooth stone. If you can actually have smooth stone, it's better to cover it with smooth stone, because then it kind of naturally looks like the cave, but it really depends how you're going to design your base. So we can just cover this up here for an example, and then you can actually make it so you have a door to go in and go out. But the only problem with this style of base is you're always going to be having to go inside to actually shut it, so one person's going to have to close it from the inside. There's literally no way where we can hide this to make it so it's disguised enough to be opened from the outside. Now there's better ways to do this. For an example, if you want to cover the lever, this is just my method of doing so. We could actually cover it with some more stone here so it looks a bit neater, and then we can press the lever underneath. But sometimes if you cover certain things, you will actually cover the redstone and stop it from working. Certain blocks need to be a certain height or you'll stop it from working. So as you can see, I can go up here and close it like so, and that's basically how to do it. Now another thing is, in the new 1.14 update, you can actually use a trap door, which I'm going to show you. And if you put it in a specific place, it actually makes you crawl down. So what you can do is you can actually crawl down and press the lever as well if you do this. So that's part of the new update. So that's basically the control panel. Not really the smartest, not the cleanest way to do it, but that's basically one of the only solutions how we're going to open this door. So that's how to make a secret base. That's how to actually conceal it from the outside. Now I will go through the ceiling. I'll just shut it and go through the ceiling, and I'll show you what it looks like from the outside. And from the outside, it's mostly concealed. The only problem is there's this dirt here. So what we usually do is we just cover up the dirt blocks so it's kind of camouflaged from the outside. The only problem is when you actually open that up every time, you're going to have to recover it, so that's kind of the only problem. But that's how to conceal yourself, by making a door into a base, by using sticky pistons, and that's really the most effective way to conceal yourself in the base. Then after that, for an example, we could just maybe do up the base and make it look nice, so we could make a stone floor. I'm not really showing you how to do specific design to make a base look nice, but we'll do an example just to show you how to build a nice base, just to show you that we can actually make something nice inside as well. But this is mainly the best way to actually conceal a base. You can put anything in here. If you're on a modded map, you could even put factories in here, or really cool awesome blocks as well. I'm going to spawn some more torches, and we can kind of light up the room a little bit because there's not too much light. Now we're going to open up the base just to see how much kind of bearing we've got to actually build more stuff. Then what we can do is we can actually put a bed inside as well, because we're going to need a bed. So we'll just put a bed somewhere. It doesn't need to be anywhere specific. We'll just put a bed in there. Now obviously the base doesn't look the greatest because we're going to kind of have to deal with what we've got here, because inside you can't really build anything too fancy. So it is night time, so we're going to close up the base, and we have safety from all the monsters. Now one thing you can actually change is we can actually change the roof, which is kind of nice as well. What we could do is we could put lamps in the roof, or we could actually make a really nice log roof. So if you wanted to make like a dark log roof for an example, we could actually do that as well. We can change the roof because the reason we actually made the base in a mountain that was quite wide in width and pretty tall in height is just so we kind of have more blocks to work with inside, just so we can kind of make the interior a lot nicer as well. Because right now the main point of this video is showing you how to conceal the base, but it's pretty simple. We kind of want to make the base inside look nice as well. The only problem is most of this wall from the outside is going to be dirt, so you can actually cover one layer of the dirt up as well, so we can kind of block the look to make it look nicer. So if I open up the wall for an example, then what we can do is we can actually block most of it with this stone, and we can leave the hole open. Then that way, from the outside, when you come in, there's not a dirt wall when you turn around, which looks pretty nice. Now one thing is the floor is actually this stone as well, which I didn't realise. I made everything out of stone, which makes it kind of look the same. I want everything to be looking a little bit different, but it's already starting to look nicer. Now like I said, I'm not the best builder, but everything's starting to come along nicely, And what we did is we actually made a ladder down and we actually made an underground city. So if you guys want me to make a video where we actually convert this whole secret base into a whole underground mining city or some labyrinth that goes down under the world, then definitely smash a like on the video and leave a comment below if you want me to make that, because what I could do is I could make like a really big mine city that goes down. We could go down like a lift or a ladder and it could go down into a whole city underground, and we could actually make that for a video. So if you do want to see that, do let me know. Everything's looking nice right now. The only things we have to change is maybe change this little thing that we made to cover the button, because we don't want it to be made out of smooth stone and everything else is made out of cobblestone, because inside we don't need everything to kind of match. We don't need everything to look natural on the inside, we just needed everything to look natural from the outside, because the reason why the outside needs to look natural is it needs to blend in with the environment and the surroundings, but on the inside we want everything to actually look really nice. So what we could do is we could actually just use some normal wood. So we could make ourselves have a wooden flooring, and already everything's looking a lot nicer than it did before. Now the roof is actually like a dark wood, which looks really cool, and I think all of these materials do actually go well together. Now obviously we don't really have too much of a base to build here. We're building an extremely tiny room. This is a pretty claustrophobic room, to be honest. There's not actually much distance to it, and I'm pretty sure we actually have a skeleton that spawned in this room, or it's outside. You can even hear the monsters outside. But with all the shaders and the textures, everything's looking a lot nicer and everything looks nicer illuminated. Now stuff isn't symmetrical in here, the torches aren't symmetrical, and the bed's not looking great, so we could place 2 beds this way and everything already looks nicer. And we need a bit of a light from coming here, and we need a light source coming here so we can see when we come in and go out. You can also place a wood block here, so when we leave, everything is looking like a nice house style. So this is the control room. Like I said before, we can crawl under to access it, and we can go around the whole place, and then we can crawl straight out, or you can lift up the trapdoor and open and close the base. Now like I said, there is one layer of dirt on the outside because it does stretch out 1 block more than the rest, which kind of makes it a little bit less hidden. But like I said, if you do cover it up with 1 layer of dirt that you can destroy each time, there is a way around that. If you are more advanced at sticky pistons, you could also alternatively do that as well. And you could make it so 1 sticky piston pulls up and pulls down some dirt to let you in and link that to the redstone. That's also another option as well. So this is our base, everything's looking nice, and then what we could do is we could actually delete this torch and put this here, and then we could actually make room for a door. So we could put a door here, and we've already got a bed, and I'm not sure what type of door we can make. We'll just make one of these nice dark oak doors to go with the ceiling. That looks quite nice. And then we could enter it, and then what we could do is we could make a ladder that goes right down, and this could be the start of our labyrinth that we could make. So we'll just put the door here, and we could go inside, and then the ladder could go down there. Obviously we want all of the wall to look the same, we want everything to have the same house style so it all looks like an actual base. It doesn't look like we're inside a cave, because the whole point of being inside a cave is you want to make it look as homely as possible. So we can disguise this as well, and we can make this have the exact same ceiling as the other blocks do. So we can put this ceiling up there and mess around with this a little bit and put some stone here, and then we can put another light source up here. So inside here, then the ladders will go down into the deep below, and we can make something really cool underneath, maybe in a different video. So if you guys do want to see me convert this whole hidden secret mountain base into a new base underground as well, definitely smash a comment below. Make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to have some cool Minecraft mod videos and tutorials, and smash the subscribe button, like the video if you want more Minecraft. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.